You are drowning, not in water, but in the incompetence of others. You think you are being good by saving them. You are wrong. You are being eaten alive. Every time you extend a hand to the perpetually helpless, you are not lifting them up. They are pulling you down. Stop it. Look at your phone. Look at your text messages. Who is that one person always in crisis? Always the victim of bad luck. You help them. You fix their mess. You lend them money. You offer advice. And a week later, they are back in the same hole, digging deeper. You feel exhausted. You feel used, but you feel guilty for feeling used. This is the trap. You have been conditioned to believe that pity is a virtue. It is not. It is a vice. Niccolò Machiavelli warned us centuries ago, men are so simple and so ready to obey present necessities that he who deceives will always find those who allow themselves to be deceived. You are allowing yourself to be deceived by the disguise of weakness. You think they are helpless? No. They are apex predators of guilt. They hunt your empathy, and you are the prey. Here is the cold, surgical truth. Weakness is not a condition. Often, it is a strategy. The victim is not a person to be saved. The victim is a role played by a tyrant who rules from below. By helping them, you are not solving the problem. You are feeding the parasite. You are subsidizing their incompetence. Today, we kill the savior complex. Today, we turn your empathy off and turn your strategic survival on. In this briefing, we are going to dissect the 7 laws of the victim trap. We will deconstruct exactly how weak people hijack your nervous system and how to surgically remove them from your life. We will cover the biological contagion of misfortune, the weaponized incompetence strategy, the psychology of the covert contract, the narcissism of pity, the energy vampire audit, the Machiavellian pivot, indifference as a weapon, the final call, how to amputate without anesthesia, stay until the end. The final principle is the only way to protect your resources from being dry. If you miss it, you remain food. Let's begin with the most dangerous reality of social dynamics. Emotions are infectious. Bad luck is infectious. You have a friend who is always unlucky. They lose their job, their car breaks down, their partner leaves them. You think, poor soul, I must help. You are a fool. Machiavelli and Robert Greene identify this clearly in the 48 Laws of Power. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Why? Because misfortune is rarely accidental. Chronic misfortune is the result of character flaws. It is the result of bad judgment, impulsiveness, laziness, or toxic patterns. When you associate with these people, you do not cure them. You catch their disease. Humans possess mirror neurons. When you see someone in distress, your brain simulates that distress. You literally feel their pain. This is useful for tribe survival. It is fatal for individual power. The victim creates a crisis. They radiate chaos. To help them, you must enter their chaos. You lower your vibration to match theirs. You spend your mental energy solving puzzles they created. While you are fixing their car, you are neglecting your business. While you are listening to their drama, you are ignoring your spouse. Their bad luck becomes your lost time. Their crisis becomes your stress. Think about a drowning man. Lifeguards are trained to approach a drowning victim from behind or with a flotation device. Why? Because a drowning man is in a state of panic. If you get too close, he will climb on top of you to breathe. He will push you under to save himself. He does not hate you. He just wants to live. But the result is the same. You both die. The chronic victim is the drowning man. They are trashing in the water of their own life choices. When you swim out to save them, they will climb on top of your head. They will use your money as oxygen. They will use your emotional stability as a raft. And when you are underwater, gasping for air, they will ask you why you aren't swimming harder. Machiavelli advised the prince to associate only with those who increase his power. The victim decreases your power. They introduce entropy into your system. Order creates success. Victims create entropy. They are agents of chaos. You must perform a luck audit. List the 5 people you spend the most time with. Now, look at their track record over the last 3 years. Are they building, or are they constantly rebuilding from rubble they created? If you see a pattern of chronic failure, you are in the blast zone. Ask yourself this question: if this person's life was a business, would I invest in it? If the answer is no, why are you investing your life force? Stop viewing their bad luck as a tragedy. View it as a symptom of a terminal illness that you do not want to catch. Quarantine yourself. Now we move to the strategy. Do not mistake helplessness for lack of skill. Helplessness is often a high-level manipulation tactic known as weaponized incompetence. You ask your partner to do the dishes. They do a terrible job. They leave grease on the plates. They break a glass. What do? You sigh, you push them aside, and you say, "Move, I'll do it myself." They just won. This is the game. The victim pretends they cannot do something so that you will do it. "I'm just not good with money," they say, handing you their debt. "I don't understand how to fill out these forms," they say, handing you their paperwork. "I'm just so overwhelmed," they cry, forcing you to take their workload. This is the tyranny of the weak. In a hierarchy of competence, the strong lead the weak. In a hierarchy of guilt, the weak command the strong. By appearing helpless, they force you into servitude. You become their external hard drive. You become their muscle. You become their wallet. They outsource the difficulty of life to you. And what is the cost? They remain children. You become the exhausted parent. This dynamic kills respect. You cannot respect a man who cannot tie his own shoes, and he cannot respect you because he knows he can manipulate you. Machiavelli teaches that power is respected and weakness is despised. But in the modern world, we have inverted this. We celebrate the victim. We give status to the sufferer. The victim knows this. They display their wounds like medals of honor. "Look how hurt I am," they signal. "You owe me." This is a power move. When someone demands help based on their incompetence, they are asserting dominance. They are saying, "My time is too valuable to learn this skill, so I will use your time instead." You think, "I will teach them." You sit down. You explain. You show them how to budget. You show them how to write the resume. They nod. Their eyes glaze over. A month later, they are back. "I forgot. Can you just do it?" They do not want to learn. Learning is painful. Learning requires change. They want the result without the process. They want the fish, not the fishing lesson. You must employ strategic refusal. When they play dumb, you play deaf. "I don't know how to do this," they say. Your response: "I am sure you will figure it out. You are smart." And then you walk away. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Watch their panic. Watch their anger. "You're not going to help me." "No. I believe in your ability to solve problems." You are handing the burden back to them. If they fail, let them fail. Failure is the only teacher they respect. By catching them every time they fall, you are robbing them of the lesson of gravity. Stop stealing their consequences. This section will hurt. I warned you this would be confrontational. We have talked about them. Now we must talk about you. Why do you help them? You tell yourself it is because you are kind, because you are empathetic, because you are a good person. Lies. You help them because it makes you feel superior. This is the savior complex. When you swoop in to save the day, you get a hit of dopamine. You feel strong. You feel needed. You feel competent compared to their incompetence. You are using their misery to masturbate your own ego. This creates a covert contract, a psychological term for an unspoken agreement you have made in your head. The contract reads, "I will save you, and in return you will be grateful, you will get better, and you will validate me." But you never signed this contract with them. They don't know it exists. They just take the help. And when they don't get better, when they aren't grateful, when they demand more, you get resentful, you get angry. "After all I did for you," you scream. "I never asked you to do that," they reply, and they are right. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved. If you cannot be both, He also said, men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, covetous. Expecting gratitude is a strategic error. Expecting a weak person to act like a strong person just because you help them is delusion. You are projecting your values onto them. You think, if I were in that hole and someone helped me, I would climb out. But they are not you. They like the hole. The hole is comfortable. The hole is their identity. By playing the savior, you are creating a dependency loop. You need them to be weak so you can be strong. If they actually got better, you would lose your purpose. Subconsciously, you might even be sabotaging their recovery to keep them dependent on you. Ask yourself, if no one knew I helped this person, would I still do it? If they never said thank you, would I still do it? If the answer is no, you are not helping. You are transacting. And it is a bad transaction. You are buying counterfeit currency. Kill the covert contract. If you choose to give, give with zero expectation of return. Give as if you are throwing the money into a fire. If you cannot afford to burn the money, do not lend it. If you cannot afford to lose the time, do not give it. And, more importantly, resign as general manager of the universe. It is not your job to fix people. People are not projects. Respect their autonomy enough to let them destroy themselves. That is their right. Your intervention is an act of arrogance. Step down. Let's move from psychology to biology. Helping weak people is not just annoying, it is physically damaging. Every interaction with a victim triggers a stress response in your body. They call you, your phone buzzes, your cortisol spikes, your heart rate increases, your stomach tightens. What is it now, you think? This is the fight or flight response. But you cannot fight, and you do not flee, you endure. Chronic exposure to this stress destroys your immune system, kills your testosterone, and fogs your brain. They are energy vampires. They do not drink blood. They drink emotional bandwidth. The brain has a finite amount of glucose and decision-making power each day. Every minute you spend listening to their circular logic is a minute you steal from your own ambition. Processing a victim's emotions is hard labor. They vomit their anxiety onto you. You have to clean it up, organize it, and present it back to them as logic. They reject the logic. They vomit again. You are the janitor of their psyche. While you are scrubbing their mental floors, who is building your empire? Who is plotting your future? No one. You are too tired. By the time you get to your own work, you are depleted. You are running on fumes. They have fed. You are starving. A prince must guard his resources. The most precious resource is mental clarity. You cannot conquer a kingdom if you are exhausted from babysitting a peasant. You must view your energy as a fortress. The victim is a siege engine. They will pound the gates until you run out of supplies. This is the defense against the vampire. Vampires want a reaction. They want drama. They feed on your emotional output. If you get angry, they win. If you get sad, they win. You must become a grey rock, boring, unresponsive, impenetrable. They say, my life is a disaster. Everything is falling apart. You say, that sounds tough. They say, what should I do? You say, I'm sure you'll know what's best. They say, you don't care. You say, I have to get back to work. Do not offer solutions. Solutions are food. Do not offer emotion. Emotion is food. Starve the vampire. When they realize there is no juice in you, they will move on to a juicier victim. Let them. Why don't you leave? Because they have a weapon. Guilt. Guilt is the leash the weak use to control the strong. If you leave me, I don't know what I'll do. You're the only one who understands me. I thought we were friends. After everything we've been through? This is emotional blackmail. They are taking the relationship hostage. They are framing your self-preservation as betrayal. They are weaponizing your history. You think, I've invested 10 years in this friendship. I can't just walk away. Yes, you can. In economics, a sunk cost is money that is already gone and cannot be recovered. Rational actors ignore sunk costs. They only look at future utility. Your 10 years are gone. Burned. Do you want to burn the next 10? Investing more in a bad asset does not save the asset. It bankrupts the investor. Machiavelli argues that a wise leader is not bound by promises that go against his interest, especially when the conditions have changed. The condition of the friendship was mutual value. That condition has changed. It is now parasitic. You are released from the bond. They will accuse you of changing. You used to be so nice. You've changed. Wear that accusation like armor. Yes, I have changed. I have stopped accepting mediocrity. Guilt is a social construct designed to keep people in line. The victim uses guilt to level the playing field. They cannot rise to your level, so they use guilt to pull you down to theirs. Do not accept the delivery. When they try to hand you a bag of guilt, simply do not take it. Let it drop to the floor. Step over it. Keep walking. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor. This is strategic advice. Sometimes the vampire plays the ace card. I might just end it, or I'm going to crash. This is the ultimate hostage situation. If you rush in, they learn that extreme threats yield extreme attention. You reinforce the behavior, the protocol. If you are in danger, I am calling the professionals. Call the police. Call the ambulance. Call their family. Do not go yourself. If they are truly in danger, they need professionals, not you. If they are manipulating you, the arrival of the police will shatter the game. They will never pull that stunt again. Call the bluff. We have discussed defense. Now we discuss offense. How do you transform this dynamic? You must master radical indifference. Indifference is not hate. Hate is an emotion. Hate is a connection. Indifference is the void. It is the absence of caring. It is the ultimate power move. When you are indifferent, you are immune to manipulation. They cannot hook you if you have no loops. They cannot drain you if you are closed. A sovereign is a ruler of his own domain. His domain is his mind, his time, and his energy. He guards the borders ruthlessly. He does not allow refugees from other people's wars to set up camp in his mind. Weak people demand reasons. Can you help me move? No. Why? Because I am not going to. You do not owe them an excuse. An excuse is a negotiation. I can't. I have work. Implies that if you didn't have work, you would do it. It gives them an opening. We can do it after work. No. Complete sentence. The power of no is diluted by the number of words that follow it. Say it. Shut up. Maintain eye contact. The silence that follows is the sound of you reclaiming your soul. Stop seeing yourself as their friend. See yourself as their mirror. If they are messy, reflect the mess by not cleaning it. If they are late, leave without them. If they are broke, let them be hungry. You are not being cruel. You are introducing them to reality. Reality is the only therapist that works 100% of the time. Let reality do its job. Get out of the way. We arrive at the final solution. Sometimes grey rock is not enough. Sometimes the infection is too deep. You must amputate. You must cut them out of your life. This terrifies you. You fear the conflict. You fear the bad blood. You want closure. Closure is a myth. Closure is just one last meeting for the vampire to bite you. Do not seek closure. Seek severance. Ghosting is often seen as cowardly. In this context, it is strategic. Explaining your departure gives them data points to argue with. I'm ending this friendship because you are toxic. They will argue, I'm not toxic. You are. Now you are in a fight. You are engaging. You are losing. The fade, stop answering the phone. Reply to text 24 hours later. Then 48. Then never. Be busy. Be unavailable. Be gone. They will rage. They will try to bait you. They will send the I guess you don't care about me text. Delete it. Do not read it. Archive the chat. Block the number. Accept that in their story. You will be the villain. You will be the bad guy who abandoned them in their time of need. Good. Let them tell that story. The people who believe their story are the next victims. The people who know the truth, the strong people, will understand exactly what you did. They will respect you for it. After you cut them off, you will feel a phantom limb pain. You will feel a void where the drama used to be. You might even feel bored. This is withdrawal. You were addicted to the chaos. Fill that void with construction. Build your body. Build your bank account. Build relationships with strong, competent people. Find people who challenge you, not people who need you. Find people who bring food to the table, not just an empty plate. Freedom costs guilt. You have to be willing to feel guilty to be free. Pay the price. It is a bargain. Your future self, the wealthy, healthy, powerful version of you, is begging you to make the cut. Do it. Let's synthesize this. You have been asleep. You have been a host to a parasite. You thought you were a savior. You were a battery. The world is divided into makers and takers. The takers have no limit to what they will take. The makers must set the limit to what they will give. If you continue to help weak people, you become a weak person. You degrade your own potential. You insult your own destiny. You are carrying dead weight up a mountain. Drop the weight. If you do not act today, look at your future. 5 years from now, they will still be complaining. They will still be broke. They will still be victims. But you will be burned out, bitter, resentful, and indistinguishable from them. You will have drowned trying to save a corpse. Imagine a life where your phone rings and you smile, because it's an opportunity, not a crisis. Imagine a circle of friends who solve their own problems and help you solve yours. Imagine having 100% of your energy for your mission. This is the life of the sovereign. It is waiting for you on the other side of the word no. I want you to make a declaration of war against your own weakness. Go to the comment section right now. Do not write great video. I want you to write one phrase to cement this into your subconscious. Write, I am not a savior. Write it. Own it. Look at the others writing it. That is your new tribe. The tribe of the ruthless. The tribe of the free. Subscribe to Mind Force if you are ready to stop being prey. The victims have already clicked away. They were offended 10 minutes ago. You are still here. That means there is hope for you. Cut the rope. Let them fall. Rise.